Should we sip it like as an intro, just like
okay,
talks?
ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's very nice.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I thought I'd film a video with Ellen, who you've probably seen loads before. And we had a sleepover last night because we went out for Ellen's birthday, and then we were like, oh, should we just film a video? So yeah.
Do a random video, what was it we said we're going to call it? Tea talks.
Like tea talks, or you know when Sprinkle of Glitter does not worth watching videos.
Yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a pointless video, like, kind of like...
Yeah, we'll probably just find random things to talk about.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing...
Cool. That was one thing I wanted to talk about, you know, the Pepsi story.
Oh my god, yeah, tell them. I love that story.
Okay, so basically, like, before I explain the Pepsi incident, in my last vlog, there was like, it was really long, so I had to cut it down loads, but there was a point where Megan put the camera on me. Yeah. My shoes are all sticky from the Pepsi yesterday. I'm going to tell the Pepsi story later, it's so funny.
Okay, stay tuned for the Pepsi story.
I was in photography, and everyone was like writing their essays like on the laptop and stuff, and I just finished mine, so I was like, oh yes, just finished. Like everyone was like typing and they had all their things printed off, and the class was like deadly silent. And then so I basically thought, oh, I'm gonna sneak down to the canteen because it's just like down the hallway. So I like snuck out the class. I think I said to the teacher I'm going to the toilet or something, but I like snuck out and I was like, yes, I'm gonna get food. And then apparently there was like some hooligan and they were like shaking up the bottles of Pepsi and then putting them back into the fridge, but I didn't know this. So I basically, you know, bought my pizza and Pepsi, it was all good. Snuck back in, I was like, right, I'm going to be so silent. I was like, I hid it under the table and I was like, oh, no one will know. I had the pizza, I was like, good pizza. And I opened the Pepsi, and I'm not joking, like the biggest explosion, it just went like that, like a massive like tornado like over us. And it literally, I don't know how like that much Pepsi came out of the bottle, because it looked like more came out than was actually in the bottle. And then my teacher basically just went, what the hell just exploded? So I grabbed the Pepsi and I just went, protect the essays! And I was wrestling with it like that, and I was like, no! And I was on the floor, and my friend was like, it looked like he had like a hunchback, because I was wrestling it like as if it was like a squid and like there was ink spraying out of it, and I was just like, no, protect the essays! And I'm not joking, like my clothes, I was saying to Ellen, my clothes were literally drenched in Pepsi, like I had to squeeze out all my clothes. Well, to be fair, I like took the bullet for the class. I like wrestled with the Pepsi, like.
What I really love about that story is it kind of like, you first of all think it's going to be like really basic, like, oh yeah, you know, someone just shook a can of Coke and it's like, you know, burst everywhere a little bit. But I love the fact that it just escalated so far, you're like, save the essays! And
yeah.
like, time.
Oh, do you know what we should talk about? Your birthday last night, that guy coming up to us.
Me and a few other friends, including Charlie, decided to go to the pub for my little like birthday celebration. It wasn't like big or anything. And when we got there, we thought, oh, you know, just go to the garden, like have a chilled night or whatever. And this guy followed us out. What was his name?
He was called Richard or something.
He was called Richard. And basically he just came out after us and like stood there, talked to us for about half an hour about random stuff. Like, what was he saying? Like,
he was just going on it, and he was like, I'm probably boring you. And then he was like, he literally just met Ellen. He was like, do you know what? Everyone needs a mate like Ellen. She's so loving, so caring.
I mean, literally.
Everyone needs a mate like Ellen.
All I did was laugh at his joke, and then he thought I was like the best person ever. And he was like, I'm so in there with you, aren't I? And I was like, nah, mate, sorry. What was it? Like his friend, he started like saying something really inappropriate and like, I don't know.
Yeah, and then he like took Amber's glasses. Oh yeah. He came up to us and he like dragged his friend out, who looked so embarrassed and clearly he wasn't as drunk as him. No. And then he was just like, oh, see, I've got a tiny like my mate here, like look at the size of that, look at the size of that. And we were just like, we don't want to look.
We don't need to know that.
And then he was like, so how old are you? And we were like, well, we're actually here for Ellen's 19th, so, you know. And then he was like, oh, really, mate? I thought you were like 24. And he was like, that makes me a bit of a pedo, doesn't it? I'm 27. And then he started telling his life story about how he was like a fisherman and all this. And we were like, okay. Oh, but that's another thing. At your party last night, when we came in, the YouTuber Kick the PJ was like with his friends.
Oh yeah.
And then like as we came in, he like, when we were ordering drinks, they went somewhere else.
So you were just like, look over there, and I was like...
It's like, I've never watched his videos before, but I just know him through PewDiePie and Marzia. But that was so weird, like this is literally Brighton, you just see them everywhere.
Literally.
It's like when your cousin came down from Spain.
Oh yeah.
And then she was like, oh my god, there's YouTubers everywhere, because the first day like you saw Alfie, and then the next day we met Che. You didn't even get a photo with him. Like, if I saw Alfie, I'd just be like, oh, I need a photo.
You You did do that.
I did do that. Oh god, no, don't. That's such an embarrassing story. I basically walked up to him with my hand over my mouth and pointed at him, and I was like, oh, and he was with Fun for Louis. I got a photo with him, and I was like, I can't believe YouTubers are real. And then Louis went, smile, everybody say YouTubers are real.
Literally every day you meet a YouTuber, or like get a YouTuber like favoriting your tweet or something. I know. And you call me up, and I literally wouldn't go hi. I just go, what now?
Like, who did you meet now?
Which YouTuber is it now?
And then I remember Nina Nesbitt tweeted me recently.
Oh my god,
as well.
yeah, because you have a lighter.
Yeah, I had a lighter with one of her song lyrics on it, and then she said best lighter award goes to ... and I was like, Nina! I didn't like it when, like, the one day she was coming into Brighton to do a free concert, and you and Daisy got a photo with her, and I was in bloody hospital. This was like 4 years ago, was it? And I kind of said to myself, oh, I won't have lunch. I was like really hungry, but I was like, I won't have lunch just till I finish this last bit of revision. I just woke up on the floor with a glass of water in my hand. So then I rang you, and you like basically like smashed down the door.
Well, actually, not really. Basically, you called me like, and you're like, oh, I'm on the floor. I passed out. I feel really weird. Like I don't know what to do. And
I was like, I couldn't physically get up. I don't know what it was.
And I was like, so seriously, like you're like on the floor, like you can't actually move. Like, and what was it? You were just like, yeah, can you come and help me? So I literally sprinted to your house.
Literally, like, were you in your pajamas and Ugg boots or something?
Something like that. And then, like, I remember knocking on your neighbour's door, like, do you have the spare key? So I got in, and I just saw Charlie on the floor with, like, water everywhere. Like, you dropped a glass of water, and I was like,
and I was on the floor like, Ellen, help, I can't get up, help
I was like,
me.
oh my god, like, at the time, it was awful.
I was, like, shivering, and I couldn't physically get up. And then you gave me some Calpol, and then my mum came back, and she was like, what the hell's gone on? She was like, Charlie, why don't you just ring an ambulance? And I was like, I don't know. And then we went to the hospital, and they fainted again. But yeah, no, all that was wrong with me is that I think it was just because they basically, I had like an MMR and all this stuff, but they worked out it was like, they thought it might have been low blood sugar, so that's why I was in hospital, because they were like testing me, like, so they were basically, I went on a fast and didn't eat any food, and then, but it was basically just because I wasn't eating enough, because just because I was like, oh, I'll just do this one last bit of revision, and I was so, it was like low blood sugar, there was so much revision going into my head, and I was like, oh, I'll just like wait until I eat that one bit of toast or whatever, and then I was like, oh no, see, this is like the stress that teachers put on you. Literally. Do you know what, like, our teacher said to me, she was like, if you don't pass all your GCSEs, you're going to fail at life. Wherever you go, your GCSE results shadow you. And it's like, sorry, school isn't cut out for everyone, is it? No.
Exams, like, I'm shit exams. I mean, crap. I mean,
I've already sworn like 3 times. No, it's fine. Yeah, but like, even back then, I got no help or anything, because I didn't know that I had dyslexia or any of those things. Yeah. And like, because now I know that I have dyslexia, dyspraxia, and it's called like Discount Dracula. I call it Discount Dracula because I can never remember what it's called. So I got no help, and all my teachers shouted at me like, you're not revising enough, and I was like, I'm not being funny. I literally like stay up all night on Red Bull revising. Like, you're stressing me out so much, and I didn't even know I had all this stuff, so I could have had loads of help and extra time. But
you did it. So
I did it.
That's so
cool. Sorry, my door keeps
literally, your house is basically haunted. Like, the door just opens during the
night. I know. I wasn't joking when I said that I felt a ghost this morning. I just felt like someone going like that in the mirror behind me.
Kind of like, I don't know. Like, obviously, do I believe in ghosts? I'm not sure. I've never seen one, but I've always like.
That I never believed in ghosts, but when you've actually seen something, it's hard not to believe in it because you've seen it. It's like if I never saw Ellen before, and then I saw Ellen, I'd be like, oh right, well she exists. So I've seen a ghost, so I can't really change my.
When have you seen a ghost just once, or has it been like twice? Or...
So my door keeps opening. It's really annoying me. I might just put my hand there.
Listen, ghost.
Listen, ghost. Stop it. It's like, I call it the ghost of Scrooge night. I just made that up. The Ghost of Scrooge night. Because basically, it was Christmas Eve and we were staying in my stepdad's house, and it's like a really old haunted house. It was like right near the station. It was like a really old house that was really haunted. And like, all I remember is I was sharing a room with my brother. I think it was like 4 in the morning or something. And I woke up to the sound of really heavy breathing, and I was like, what the hell? So I got up to see if my brother was alright, and there was like this figure like standing like right next to me, and I wasn't dreaming or anything, and I was like, what the hell? I was like, what the hell's going on? I was so scared. So I went downstairs to get water, and I came up and he was just like sitting on my bed, and I was just like, mate, F off, like, I'm so scared. And then as soon as I turned the light on, he disappeared, but like, I can't explain how scared I was, because it was like part of me was saying, no, like it can't be real, like ghosts don't exist, they're all stories. So that's why I was like, I must be like dreaming or on drugs or something. So I went to go get some water, and then like he was still there, and I was like, what the hell, I'm not even dreaming, I'm wide awake. And I was like, should I go tell my mum? And I was like, no. But he was literally just standing right there, like deep breathing. I was so scared.
Creepy.
I haven't stayed in that house since.
Well, the thing is that some people say that that's like sleep paralysis, but if you actually got up and went to get water, like that's not.
Yeah, because I was like, shall I go tell my mum that there's like a man in my room? But I realised he was a ghost, and he was like deep breathing. He was like staring at me. He literally looked like Scrooge. He looked like a hitchhiker or something. It was so creepy. Have you ever seen a ghost or anything?
No, I haven't. But the thing is, like, I don't know. I want to believe in them.
So this is really interesting. My friend Molly, who was in my last vlog, told me this. Because she takes like science and stuff. She said that energy can't be destroyed, and we all have energy within us, don't we? So that energy has to go somewhere, because energy can't be destroyed.
Yeah. And also the film Ghost, I love that so much. It's brilliant.
I love how we're talking about that. But all I remember is like the sexy pottery scene. I love it. Did you see the Gogglebox episode where they were like reacting to it? And then the girl's never seen it before, and when they started doing pottery, she was like, "So Mum and Dad, is that what you do when I'm not here?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then she was like, "Oh, I'll see you watching at the moment because I'm obsessed with Cuffs." If anybody knows Cuffs,
my God, Cuffs.
It's like a police drama thing, and there's loads of storylines within it. It's a bit like Waterloo Road with EastEnders, I feel like, and it's set in Brighton.
It's
and
so
then
good.
they on the last episode, they filmed it on my street that I used to live on, and I was like, oh my God, that's my house. My friend lived 10 doors down from me, and they actually like used the house right next to hers, and I was
That's
like,
so cool.
what the hell?
I'm not really into X Factor though, to be honest.
No,
I think
do you
it's
know
really
what?
boring.
Because I love Nick Grimshaw, I love Radio 1. I was like, oh yes, Nick Grimshaw's going to be a judge
but-
this year, but I really haven't got into it.
No, I don't really like the people on it either. Like, they're alright, but I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like a few years ago, if you like were on the X Factor, it was like a massive deal, and like if you won it, that would be like your life sorted. But I feel like, who won it last year? Because he hasn't. I swear he hasn't done anything.
Oh, he was called
It wasn't Matt Cardle.
Ben Haynow.
Ben Haynow, like I think he's got like a single out or something. But it's like, because when people like Leona Lewis were doing it and that, they became like massive pop stars, didn't they? Like as big as Beyonce. Are you going to any concerts like next year or this year? Have you got any planned or festivals?
No, actually, I haven't.
Oh, we're going abroad, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to Barcelona.
Yeah, we're going to Barcelona with my family. So we can vlog
I
it.
can't wait for that. It's
Should
going to
we
be so
vlog
much
it?
fun. And
It's
also, you
so
told me I
good.
do like Zumba and everything, so we can go to Zumba.
Oh, it's going to be so good,
I know, I'm really looking forward. Zumba, can you tell the story about like what you did?
Oh my God,
About me.
basically, last time I went to Spain, like, I do love Spain, but I just really didn't have a good time because I just broke up with my boyfriend, and like, I don't know why, I decided to not bring my phone, like, and there was no Wi-Fi there, so I was stuck with my family for 2 weeks. I thought, oh, you know, I'll clear my head and not bring my phone, but it's awful, like, in this generation, like, I honestly felt
Without
sick.
phones.
So, like, there was, like, this disco, and, like, I was like, oh, I'm going to join in, you know, and I was, like, dancing, and I kind of just, like, I was like, I don't care if people judge me, I'm just going to imagine that Ellen's here, and I'm dancing with her. What's the time, actually?
What's the time, Mr. Wolf?
15:38. Oh, no, 58. I got that completely wrong. 15:58. Can I just show you guys? If I don't wear eyeliner, then I always put like other stuff on it. I just want to focus it. Because I wore it to Ellen's party. And I really liked it, so I thought I'd...
It's
See, look.
weirdy.
Thank you. So if I don't wear eyeliner, I don't want to be naked. So I basically put glitter on, and then I stick the gems on.
Where did you get the gems from, Charlie Chatter?
I got them from arts and crafts shop, but I think it looks so cool. Ooh! Thanks for being in the video.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's been a lovely time. Enjoyed
You're welcome
it.
on my channel anytime, you know.
Thank you. I might just hijack it maybe sometime.
No! You'd be like, I'm the real Charlie
Yeah.
Chatter. Basically, I just had to add this on to the end because the funniest thing just happened. We grabbed the... Basically, I took the camera off the tripod and we were like, let's watch the footage. And before the video, I forgot to tell Ellen there was a really heavy, like, box. Oh, wait, we're not even in focus because it's so bad. I forgot to tell Ellen there was, like, a really heavy box on top of the thing, keeping, like, the sheet up. And then, like, we grabbed the camera and Ellen shuffled forwards and dragged the thing with her. And you were literally just sitting there and you went, ah. It was like the most delayed reaction. You went, ow. And you went, what the fuck was that? And then, like, I just looked at you and I went, shit, man, are you concussed?
And there's just like this massive brick like landed
And then
on
we
my
just
head.
like burst into tears. It was that.
this, right? And this bit hit my head.
And I literally nearly pissed myself and I've been like crying.
I had like such a delayed reaction. So I was like, ow.
And we said, ow. I went, hey, shit, Manny, you concussed. And then like, you passed me the box and then I was like, you were like, it's really heavy. I expected it to be a bit heavy and I literally picked it up and it was like a brick.
And I was like, do you know what? I got brain damage.
It's just so funny.
And then I said, like, what's so say? I wouldn't be surprised if blood came out of my ears.
No, because I like grabbed the camera and like I heard a massive bang and I was like, oh, what was that? Must have been next door. And I saw the box.
It's not even that funny. It just is.
You probably won't even find this funny, but we had to add it on to the end because it was too much. Oh my god. And then I had to run to the toilet and I laughed so much that I got snot streams, which always happens, doesn't it?
The pain. I'm like, sorry. I don't
Oh,
know where I am.
I can't know how to hold this.
sorry.
It's so hard vlogging with this camera.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
We need to go.
And
Bye.
also I was like, yeah, like I have really good ideas, and I was like, it's probably my brain damage.